Hi there. I suppose one's explanation is never sufficient, so what I decided to do is to create another one, sort of a quick one, charger, to show you the working on the side so you can understand better. By the way, last time I didn't mention, just that it was 2.7 volt capacitor, but it's a 400 farad one. And I had to fit it on the outside since there wasn't any room inside due to the fact that it's got far too many gears in there. So what I did, I took one of the gears, the bigger gears I mentioned on my previous video, and put it together, a new one, to show what I meant by sort of gaining space and put the capacitor inside. Okay, let's put this on one side. This is, here you are, I hope you can see it. As you see, the capacitor, this is a Chinese one. It's not as good as that one there, but it is okay. As you can see here, we have the spline of the motor, the shaft, which the spline sort of turn clockwise. Most of them have sort of curls to the right, clockwise. I have one which is anti-clockwise. And luckily, all the motors that I have, some I bought it on the web, but most of them I got it from old printers and photocopy machines. So I managed to get them with the assembly gear, so I could use whatever gear I wanted. Now, by fitting this gear here and this bigger one here, we have a ratio of 14:1. And thus, it gives me, contrary to the other one over there, which the one I showed you earlier, that one has got another 2 gears, and obviously it takes all the space. By setting it up this way, I sort of work the backlight like so, and it fits there, and this one here, this cover on top, sort of sandwiches in there. And here I can add a circuit if I want, or up here, on this one here, basically what I'll be doing, since I sort of decided to take a gear off one of the motors, the other motors, is actually to put a torch here, which the battery inside itself will eventually drive the circuit and light the torch itself. And the battery inside it, on its own, will light the torch as well, because now, since I've got this space here, I can do that. So as you can see, this is the space you create to put the capacitor instead of having it outside. At the bottom here, I will be making a USB port here to light the bulb. I wasn't using any wires at all. The way I've done this one here is, let me see if I can show you, to take the power from the motor up to the bulb or to the capacitor, as you can see. I don't know whether you can see here. We're over here. Oh, damn it. Let me see. Okay. On the side of the casing, there are strips of metal screwed down, one on that side and one on this side. You may be able to see there. So basically, one is negative and the other is positive, according to the way the capacitor is sort of fitted. So basically, we don't have any wires except the odd one. So basically, this takes the current from those plates here on either side, and the same thing applies with the voltage reader. This unit is on its own. One side is negative and the other is positive because it gets it from the plate on the side here. There's a plate over here. I fitted a plate instead of wires, a fixed plate and a bolt, and it works fine. So here you have it. It's sort of fairly simple. As I say, it's not a weekend job, but I would advise to use these type of motors here, which have got a curling spline. One, because they got 2 or 3 teeth less, hence it will turn quicker. And not only that, being splined, and the gears are accordingly designed that way, it makes less noise than straight cut gears. Straight cut gears, we know, those who are in the know-how, have dealt with cars or racing cars, straight cut gears are used in racing cars, gearbox. And the reason for that is that this type of gear here will generate more drag. The straight cut gear won't, but road cars have got these type of gears. In view of the fact that it's gonna work day in and day out, so it will last longer. But as I say, as far as the Charger is concerned, this type of shaft here, having 2 or 3 teeth less than the ordinary straight cut gears, even when you wind it, some of them are completely silent. So now you can see the inside of it, not the finished product obviously, but as I want to say, because the other one, it has 1, 2, 3, I think it's got 4 gears, and I had to put the capacitor outside. But this one I'll be fitting inside, and that will leave me room to deal with not only the circuit. I have to make a better circuit with the other one. The one I showed first, as I say, it's not as efficient as the others. And most probably I'll be trying to using I don't know, a 1.5 volt battery. I have to see it. And on top of here I'll be fitting a torch like so, which sort of you can move it top or bottom that way. That's it. So now you've seen the inside of it. I hope you've seen it. I'll show it to you. These are, here we are. As I said in my previous video, if one is lucky to have the plug connected, so you can get the power direct from here. But since I didn't have that, what I did, I got it from the motor. And here we have 3 diodes. Where are we here? The one at the center is the center tap and is positive, going upwards. And the other 2 are negative. So I put the diode facing down. And in between then the positive and negative, I put a ceramic capacitor, and the same thing applies to the other one. The 2 negative connected, and I get the power from there. As it turns, it sort of charges the capacitor. As I say, you can switch it off with a switch and so forth. That one there switches on by fitting the USB port there, and USB light. It sort of makes a connection and it lights up. But here you have it. I hope this is more well, satisfactory explanation. At least you can see the working on the inside. The shaft, in comparison to the other one, has come further down, as you can see, because by taking 1 gear out, it's given it more space. I had to put the shaft sort of almost at the same. Well, the gear determines where actually it is positioned. I couldn't do anything, but I don't mind being that position out there, because if I can manage to fit a circuit and everything, even a torch there, which the torch will take the place of not only to light, but actually to house the battery to run the circuit. I had to work it out on the torch anyway. I could most probably shorten the whole casing to make it into a smaller proposition, a smaller charger. That's it. Well, I hope, well, as I say, I'm not Spielberg in as far as making videos, but here you have it. Anyway, now let me just hold on. Let me put the cover off. At least you can see. Let's see. I put it there. As I said, this is just to show you. Okay, the top and the bottom. That's top. Okay. The other one, I mean, I have as you can see, locking nuts inside it. But the other one, what I've managed to do is to put spacers, tubing. I found some nice, here you are, it's locked inside there, like so. So you can even shorten it if you manage to put all the wiring inside here and so forth. I don't see the reason why it cannot be shorter, the whole thing. And this is the handle, which eventually, once it's all finished, I'll work out where to do the recess so the actual Allen key thing will lock it into the shaft. There you are. Well, if I remember anything else, I'll, or if you have any queries, please do get in touch. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.